Hey there everyone, welcome to the actual short review for this set. I know I already reviewed this, I already took a look at this set several times, but it's one of my favorite sets, so I'm not going to stop now. This is Tron Legacy, of course, one of the many LEGO Ideas sets. It's set number 21314. That's 230 pieces, 3 minifigures, and it retailed for $35. And it came out in 2018. Now, the reason I'm reviewing this again is because I did not do a good job of doing the short review, and it was not short at all. So, I'm going to make it much shorter here. Just get down to the basics. Just look at everything how it is, and then I will give you my thoughts at the end. Of course, I'm going to do other videos on this set, but this will be the actual short review from now on. So, yeah, sorry about that. But we'll take a look at this set here. We're going to move the bikes off to the side so we can take a look at the 3 minifigures, which are all phenomenal. We do get 3 of them. We get Sam Flynn, he's on the left. He's the main character of Tron Legacy, which is the sequel to the original Tron. We get Rinsler there in the middle, who is the villain of the set, the bad guy. And we get Cora, who is the secondary character of the film. So we'll start with Sam Flynn, since he is the main character of the movie. He does have the identity disc. Cora and Sam have one each. They can go on their backs with these brackets. The detail on these figures is just ridiculous. Like, they got arm printing everywhere. Sam, what's cool about him is that he does have a hairpiece. So if you don't want this cool helmet on, which is not new, these aren't new pieces, but they're new in this combination. It's basically his helmet from the Disc Wars. And you can take that off. His detail is just amazing. He does have 2 faces, so does Cora. Rinsler does not. You'll see why in a minute. Here's his alternate face as Rinsler falls over and dies. It's more cheeky smile, and also you can put the disc onto the back right there. And that's what that looks like there. And that's what that looks like there. So really cool that they give you 2 different options to display the main character from the film. Rinsler's next. He's very different. He's got the orange details this time. And his detail is a lot more subtle, but it's still detailed. No arm printing. He does have back printing. I took a look at these figures individually in Minifigure Monday, so if you want to see every detail with them, then go look at those. He's got double discs. You can, of course, hold them. He's the only program to have 2 discs. His helmet is not new, but it's new in this color with the new printing. And if you take that off, he just has a generic face. That's why he does not have a double face, because he just has a generic, boring face. But he never takes the helmet off anyway, so that's not a problem. Rinsler is my favorite figure of the set, and probably some of your favorites too. Here's Cora, the last figure up, and she is even more detailed than both of them. She has her bob hair, she's got her sword, she's got arm printing. It's even more detailed. You can see her little tattoo there. She's got the disc. She's got so much more detail, and she's amazing. She does have 2 faces. She has an angry look here and a happy look here. So that's nice. Cora might be my favorite figure of the set if it wasn't for Rinsler. So all 3 minifigures are extremely detailed. I just love how much detail that LEGO put into these figures, which they didn't need to do, but is very highly appreciated, especially as someone who is a big fan of the film. So that is amazing. Let's move the figures out of the way as Rinsler falls over again. And we'll take a look at the 2 light cycles, which are identical except in the color. So here's Rinsler's. His is orange. And here's Flynn's. His is in the blue, so the standard Tron color. They're very, very good. These are a lot more thick than the original submission by the Brick Bros UK. Those are the gentlemen who originally submitted this to LEGO Ideas, and that, in turn, made this become a set, because it got so popular. So that is awesome. The details are great. There's a piece down here to connect them to the base. The wheels can spin, so if you want to play with these, you can do so if you like. And the way the minifigures go on here, there's these handlebars. You just clip them in there, and their discs will, or in this case, Sam's disc will connect with the back of the bike so that he is merged with the cycle, which is very nice. Got some details down here. And yeah, there is printed dishes on all 4 wheels. So these are all exclusive pieces to the set. So they're like dish pieces in clear, in this case trans blue, and they have black printing with some silver and some more blue to give the accent of the bikes from the film. Amazing. And there's also the light trail at the back which can move, or you can take it off, which is nice. So that's Flynn's bike. Rinsler's is the exact same. It can do the exact same things, except now it's in orange. So it's the bad guy's colors. The wheels can spin. They give you 4 more of those unique printed dishes, which is lovely. And, you know, Rinsler can also go on here. He sticks out a little bit more because of his 2 discs, but it can be done. So if you want to put him on there, there you go. And these are just wonderful. I actually prefer the Rinsler's light cycle. I just think it looks more like vibrant. It definitely pops out a lot more compared to the Sam Flynn's bike, but I think it's just a better like color. Like it just looks like more prettier, and it just looks better than the regular Tron colors. But I'm not saying the regular ones are bad. I'm just saying this one just pops more compared to the standard color. Both of these are just, oh, these are so great. These were so fun to build. You should look at the instructions to see how these are built, because these are just so cool. You could probably even make like a custom light cycle based on this design. I doubt you would have these printed pieces, but you could just use regular dishes even, and it would look pretty cool, I imagine. So yeah, those are the 2 light cycles that you build. And the last thing that you build is this display base, which is pretty nice. It's basically just the Tron grid floor. It's what it's called. It's the grid. And you got 2 jumpers here. So these on the bottom, these, I think they're 1x8. And you stick these. This is how you stick the bikes on. So that's why they're kind of flat on the bottom. That's meant for the display base. So you can like angle these however you like. You can put them like that even. It's up to you. But they give you those options. Something that they also do is you can actually take this apart, and if you rearrange some pieces, you can actually make this into the what is it called? The Disc Wars arena, where you can have Sam. Let me get his helmet on. You can have Sam fight Rinsler on the Disc Wars arena. So that's really cool. Obviously, it's small. That's something you can expand upon. You can definitely get more of these pieces here and just make it bigger and more impressive. You know, if you just buy a bunch of these parts, they're not too expensive. So yeah. It's mostly meant to be like this, though, because that's how it's displayed. But you can do whatever you like with it. The only kind of problem is you can see kind of that this is kind of warped on these sides here, especially. So it kind of wants to spin. It doesn't really want to stay unless you like put some force into it or just build it up on the bottom. So that's a little unfortunate. But I think this is really cool. Unfortunately, Cora is just kind of left to the side. Like when you display this, she just kind of awkwardly standing, you know, just off to the side, which is kind of lame. I wish there was a spot on the base for her, like maybe a spot right here. So like when the bikes are on the display and then Flynn and Rinsler are, driving them, it would be kind of nice if Cora was here. But you can make that, happen if you have your own pieces and do that yourself. I really like this little display. It's really nice to get it. It wasn't needed, but I think it's definitely adds a lot to the final look of the set, especially on the shelf. It's much more of a display set, though. Compared to, most idea sets are display pieces, so it makes sense. But you can play with the cycles if you want to. They will be able to roll. They will be able to, drive. Not too well, but well enough so that you can feel like you're, racing them, which is cool. And the 3 minifigures are just phenomenal, especially Rinsler for me, but then Cora takes the cake for the most detail for sure. Which is just amazing to have these characters. I'm hoping, I know they're probably not going to do this, but I'm hoping for a Tron 1 set, like the first Tron movie from 1982. I want them to make a set based on that movie. Hopefully it pans out. Hopefully we get one someday. But for now, this is the only Lego Tron set that we have, which is, it's a little unfortunate. But if you can somehow find this without spending too much money, get it. It's worth it. Although, I'd really only get this for 3 reasons. If you are a big Tron fan, you definitely want to have this in your collection. If you're a big Lego fan, of course, well, if you're a big Disney fan, you probably want to have this if you're a fan of Tron or Tron Legacy or the franchise in general. If you're a big Lego enthusiast and a Tron fan, you definitely need this. It's a must-have. Otherwise, you can probably skip it. It's a little bit small. It's really meant for hardcore Tron fans, in my opinion. People who really, really appreciate the franchise. It is a Disney franchise, so there's that as well. And, yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I'll give this a 10 out of 10. It's a perfect set. No complaints. It's just fantastic. One of my favorite sets of all time. In fact, it's probably my 3rd favorite. So yeah, it's definitely one of my personal favorites. But what do you think about the Lego Tron Legacy set? Do you have it? Do you want it? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this review. I think I covered everything pretty much this time. And now we can move on to other videos with this set as well. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked it. And stay tuned for more short reviews, which are coming very soon. I thank you very much. Take care and have an amazing day. End of line.